Ubisoft released that Dark Knight pack with that very interesting perk. I will tell you if it's good in this video. We will also go over all the new cosmetics that were added, especially the settlement cosmetics are really cool, so Joyce will talk about that. And we have of course timestamps in the video bar, so you can skip ahead to specific parts if you want. Although as always, I think everything will be interesting for you. A like would really help me out. And let's go. Congrats Christopher for winning my previous Helix credit pack giveaway. Already sent you an email and started a brand new one, which you can enter via the link in the pinned comment. Of course, you have to be a subscriber of the channel if you want to participate. And good luck. There is, by the way, a brand new Connect challenge for an Origins horse. You only need to complete 5 daily missions from Reda to get it this week, so that's easy enough. But you can of course only do 2 of these missions per day, so you have to play a couple of days to get it. But it's a nice surprise for sure. And the daily item is not as exciting, and Joyce will now go over the weekly items before we go in depth on that Dark Knight pack.
Thanks Jordan. Half of the weekly items are naval related, starting with the Frozen Tomb sail from the Niflheim set for 35 opal. I like the icy blue head on the sail, but overall it's a very average design. Moving on to the shields of the Knight of the Round Table set, who are also for sale for 35 opal. I like the swords around the icon in the middle and the design, but I would personally go for something that stands out a bit more. And well, looks like I get what I wish for, because the Draugr figurehead is now on sale for 35 opal. This huge spooky skeleton that looks like it's pulling the ship at the chains, holding it into place, is a nice add if you would like to prepare for, you know, a certain Halloween type of event coming up. Just saying. Anyway, the green light that's inside the skull is very intimidating as well, and I love when they add some extra detail to stuff like this. We've got one cosmetic item for Eivor, namely the Urul's Hunter back tattoo for 35 opal, which is a very wild design looking at the rune drawings, the snake on the left, and the tiny axe icon on the right. Lots to see here. Then last but not least are the armor pieces for sale at Reda. The Charlemagne pants are 100 opal, and when it comes to looks, pants aren't usually that interesting since they are being covered by the armor most of the time. For this one the boots are the exception though, which are in a Golden Knight style. However, a reminder that the Charlemagne set is a reskin of the Thane armor set, so maybe save your opal for something else. What's also a reskin is the final piece in Reda's selection, the Black Raven armor, which is for sale for 120 opal. Put it next to the Hidden Ones set and, well, you can see the resemblance. Personally like the Hidden Ones better, but if you're into these, you can get them this week at Reda's shop.
But it's of course totally a save your opal week, right?
Yeah, you're kind of right.
I really hope that Reda improves in the coming weeks. We'll of course be streaming it every Tuesday here on the channel. And now let's take a look at the new Dark Knight armor and cosmetics they added. I will jump in later to talk about the perks and if they are any good, but Joyce, you can kick it off with a showcase of this new set first.
It is a reskin of the Knights of the Round Table armor set apart from the helmet, as you can see in this comparison. It has a more black and golden color scheme with silver linings, and of course the helmet, which is a great new addition when it comes to looks. The visor in front is even closed when you put the hood on. Now this is interesting because we already have the same sort of helmet like this in the Knights of the Round Table pack, only the visor stayed open without the cloak. Wonder why. The set comes with a broadaxe and a shield, where the axe has a unique design in the same color scheme with a blade that looks like a bat wing. Nice reference there, Ubi. The shield has a unique design as well, with what looks like a bull in the middle. The mount you get with this Dark Knight set is a black version of the Cougar mount. And you know, it's still a bit odd moving around with it compared to a horse mount, but it still looks very good. And we finally get a new dragon skin for Sunan, which we hopefully can get at Reda one day. I mean, we never got one at his shop yet, so I wonder if they are even gonna show up one day. Reda, don't you like dragons? We all love dragons, so fingers crossed.
Okay, so let's look at the stats. We already discussed it a bit before when the set got leaked. Like, they totally put some extra effort into this. It's a completely new effect and a pretty fun playstyle, but I've now been testing it myself and I found out if it's actually good. So first things first, both weapons, so the axe and the shields, and the armor set can apply a debuff to the enemy, which you then see with the sort of crown around them. And when this is active, they take increased damage. With the axe, you just have to hit an enemy to have the effect apply for 10 seconds, and then the enemy with the effect takes 5% more damage. Good to note is that it has to be the axe that hits the target. If you are dual wielding, then the other weapon does not apply the effect. The perk on the shield is similar though. You namely mark a target after a block or parry, increasing their damage taken as well, and the effect stacks. So if you already hit the enemy with the axe, then the debuff is now 10% increased damage taken, but you sadly cannot see the amount of stacks that the enemy has. So I really hope they improve that. Because the armor set can apply a third stack, taking it to 15% increased damage taken, and this happens after getting hit or after blocking or parrying 5 times, with the perk also building up, so you see how many hits you still need before this big blast appears. Good to note is that after this, the perk is on cooldown for 10 seconds, which is not noted on the item card, and then after that, it will build up again for another AoE attack. Yes, this blast is pretty cool, and this also means that while you get hit, you trigger this, and then also can deal damage to an enemy to sometimes kill them without you having to do anything. It also has a pretty large radius, so you can hit multiple targets that then also get the debuff. And it's also nice that blocking with the shield triggers the perk from the shield and then also lets you build up the blast from the armor set, so you can easily combine it. But I also think that that's the biggest downside of this armor set. Like 15% increased damage taken on paper sounds pretty good, but the moment you remove one of the pieces, it becomes 10 or even 5, and then it's not really worth it anymore. So you're really forced to play with the one-handed axe from the set and also with the shield to make use of the debuff. Although, as you might have noticed during the weekly reset stream, the debuff is not that impactful. Here you see me use the spinning harpoon without any stacks. I first do 21 and then 22 because I somehow apply the debuff with this spinning harpoon ability, which is interesting. And then with the full stacks, so 15% increased damage, I do 24 instead. So we're really talking about minuscule increases. I still think the extra blast damage can be nice, but overall it's not that great, and also the fact that you are really forced to use the 2 weapons from this set makes this pretty bad.
Besides the armor set, there are also some Dark Knight cosmetic items added to the store. Let's start with the settlement tree, which is fall themed, looking at the leaves, and there are 2 huge golden statues in front of it. There's also a table with drinks behind it. There's lots of detail in this one. I don't see that often with a settlement tree. The huge statues return in the settlement set, starting with the Dark Knight statue. When I saw this for the first time, it immediately gave me Dark Souls vibes, also with the position and the sword. Oddly, we got an axe instead of a sword, by the way. What's up with that? Either way, let's move on to the Golden Traveler statue. An elderly man in a very noble pose, holding a sword as well. And another golden statue we've got is the Dragon Knight one, which is the most majestic and epic one in my opinion. The dragon is standing on a rock where a knight is posing in front of it with his sword, and the wings look gigantic and very cool. Definitely an awesome design. And finally, we've got the Pyre Knight, which is my favorite one of the set in my opinion, where a knight statue is on fire with a golden glowing icon on the helmet. It even looks great at night. Don't know if the icon is ISO related, but we also see this returning in the naval pack. Luckily, the figurehead isn't burning though, but looks good on the front of your ship. The shields and the whole design are matching with the whole Dark Knight vibe with noble and religious icons. And the tailpiece is a golden cross with a sword in the middle. Overall, a very golden ship design. There's also a Dark Knight tattoo set which covers up a lot of Eivor's body. The noble and religious design returns here too, and I also see some axe icons here and there. The tattoo that stands out to me the most are the church windows on the back. They look absolutely stunning. The head tattoo is another one of those all-round ones where the back of the head is also covered, so for bald Eivor players a nice addition. I like the design around the neck the most.
Okay Joyce, thanks for that, but don't leave yet of course. Hey, if you want more Valhalla content, be up to date on everything that's going on in the game, then subscribe if you haven't already. A like on the video would really help me out. I talked about everything that we get still in 2021. You can watch that video by clicking on the screen. And yes, we're back with the Photo Mod Showcase. You can of course share your shots via the JorRaptor hashtag on Twitter or by going to the dedicated picture channel on the Discord. You can find the link to the Discord in the pinned comments. We're gonna do it a little different this time, Joyce. You namely picked 3 shots and 1 is your favorite, and it's a bit faster this time. So let's get into it.
Yes, let's do it. So we have Ragnar, who took this close-up shot while Eivor is throwing the axes. I love the detail on this one here. Then we got Paul 5980. He's done an opportunity with an explosion and taking a Michael Bay kind of shot, or should I say Eivor Bay? I love the idea. And my favorite in this series is the one from Master Freak over on Twitter. Now, you guys love this place. We're getting a lot of the Burning Creed pictures, but this one stood out to me because Eivor is using the angel wings from the Isu armor set. I also love the shadow silhouette style as well. And is this the one in Francia? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so too, because we of course have one in England as well, but yeah, this is likely the new one. So again, share your shots, you'll be in the next video maybe, and yeah, that's what we're gonna do again from now on, Joyce.
Okay.
Goodbye everyone.
Bye.